Hello, my name is Sarah, otherwise known as Yarnmugs on Instagram and Ravelry. Welcome to my 20th podcast. Today is Monday the 20th of December 2021 and I thought I'd try and get a podcast in before Christmas. My podcast is about my knitting, crochet and sometimes sewing, and I often talk about books that I've been reading. I don't think it will be very long today. I've just got a few things to chat about. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and wish everyone a Merry Christmas and hope you're all well. Today I'll start off with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Trescao sweater. I didn't used to like this, but I do like it now. It is a bit itchy, so I've got my thermal underwear underneath that is quite a loose fitting sweater, but I wear this quite a lot over dresses and with jeans. And this I think is a bit clashy with the red. This is my Just Feel Better shawl. It's a very small one because I was using up the leftover of this yarn and a contrast. But I just thought, Christmassy red, I'll put it on. It's not too cold today, it's a bit wet. I've just got hot water today to drink. So let's get on. Oh, first of all, thank you everyone, as usual. Thank you everyone that keeps returning. Thank you for any new subscribers, any likes, and any of your lovely comments. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. And Helen from Woolly Chic, thank you for your Ko-fi donation. That's really sweet of you. Okay, so let's move on to what I've been working on. I finished a pair of socks. I showed you these last time. These are my first man socks using Opal yarn. I did a 72 stitch, and yeah, like I say, I just hope they fit my dad. That's who they're for. Even if they're too baggy, they can be just cozy socks at home, but I'm really pleased. Lovely yarn. I don't think I've used Opal yarn before. They don't really match, they almost match. In fact, they look like they match there. It's just that top cuff's a bit different, but I don't care about things like that. Yeah, I think he'll be really pleased. But yeah, really nice yarn. Nice to have them finished for him. They're not really for Christmas. We don't really do Christmas presents, but I just was wanting to make them. Yeah, so it's not really a Christmas present. It is just a gift because I wanted to make him something. I've also been working on my Zandra's Rainbow socks. These are socks I'm making for a friend. I can't remember if last time if I'd finished one sock. I'll just show you it on the blocker. I didn't put my dad's on the blocker because they're a bit big and they just look baggy, so they look nice just having been blocked like that. Yeah, these are lovely. So one sock finished. This is in the West Yorkshire Spinners, Zandra Rhodes range in Zandra's Rainbow. Look, I love that little pink. It's like a pink fish mouth. So I've started the other. I've just done the decreases for the gusset, and I'm working my way down the foot. I'm really hoping to get this finished today, and they're fairly again. I think I've managed to get them, the same. So we'll find out when we get to the toe whether it's got that little funny little pink toe. How cute is that? I've got to say this yarn is lovely to work with. It smells really sheepy. I love the yellow. Well, in fact, all of them have these tiny like little flecks, little speckles, but I suppose they're sort of flecks of the previous colour. So yeah, I really like that rather than them just being what's the word? Can't think what the word is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but you can really see those little flecks and the yellow heel. So yeah, I'm super pleased with them. Really love them. Hope my friend will like them too. And still loads left. That's a decent sized sock for me. It's not a shorty sock. It goes up your calf a little bit. So I'll definitely get another pair of socks. I do tend to get a couple of pairs out of 100 grams. So that's them. Let me tidy up while I'm going. So I'm only going to show you the things that I've been working on. And I often like to get things finished by the end of the year, and I will have a couple of things outstanding. But then over the Christmas period, I know that I'll be working on those. I'm planning on, I'm not showing you my featherweight cardie or my Charlotte's Universe blanket because I haven't worked on them at all. But that is, once these are finished, that's what I'll be working on. And probably the blanket more in January. I can't remember if I said last time, I think Ali and Coco and Bella, no, Ollie and Bella, sorry. Ollie and Bella are doing a blanket along in January, and I'm going to do my Yuletide blanket, but not in Christmas colours, and hopefully, work on both those blankets in January. Okay, so that's my 2 pairs of socks. The next thing I've been working on is my Flax sweater for my niece. I showed you the beginnings of this last time. I'm loving this. It's coming on really well. And I've separated for the sleeves. So it's in Special DK, Midnight and Bottle. And you can see there where I've separated for the sleeves. I'm just working my way down the body. I'm literally about to join my next green stripe. It's going to be nice and big. That's how she wanted it. I'm just thinking if it fits me, it will be absolutely fine, because she sort of wants a looser fit. So yeah, it's a lovely pattern. Anyone that doesn't know, it's by Tin Can Knits. It's a free pattern. There's lots of info on their website linked to this pattern with describing how to do it. It's a top down. I love the raglan shaping. It's really nice. Knit front and back to give you that shape. It's really lovely. I've made one tiny mistake, but I'm going to make that mistake be the back of the jumper. And it just happened, I don't know if I sneezed or something, and then a couple of stitches came off my needle. I just couldn't pick them up, so it's all secure, but there's just a couple of little holes. But none of my things are perfect. There's always something. But aren't they lovely colours? So yeah, really pleased with that. Now that each round on the body, it takes no time at all. So even over Christmas, if I just get that body finished, I'll be happy, and then I can do the sleeves in January. And they're the only things I've got. So the featherweight cardigan and the Charlotte's Universe. So I'm quite organised, and really just want to work on them and get them done. Now, I've only been speaking for 8 minutes, and I've talked about all the things that I'm wearing and working on. So I knew it was going to be quite a short podcast, but I wanted to tell you about a few other things. One of the things I was going to say is that for the first time ever, I've done a bit of Vlogmas, but I've done it on my Instagram stories. I've never really posted much on Instagram stories before, but I really had the urge, really fancied. Oh, see that big blackbird? That's funny, isn't it? Yeah, I really fancied doing it this year, and I found that I've really loved it. I've really loved noticing those small, just moments, or moments in your day that are really lovely. One of the days I decided, it was a day actually, a weekend, when we'd had a really horrible day the day before for various reasons, and I just thought, I've just got to document some nice things that happen each hour of the day, and that was a really lovely thing to do. So I've saved them. I think there might be a couple of bits I forgot to save, but I've saved them as my highlights on my Instagram main page. And again, I don't know if you can really see it, but I think I've put week 1, week 2 and week 3. There probably will be a week 4 as well. So if you fancy watching a bit of that, just to see little snippets of my life. I lead a very simple life. I do work, but it's just sometimes, well, I love that. I love those simple things, looking at what people get up to, or their daily lives, or their food, or so my cat appears quite a few times, and a bit of knitting, but go check that out if you fancy. It was just a really easy way of doing it as well, rather than having to upload to YouTube, which I'm I normally need a lot of help from my daughter to do that, whereas this just felt like really quick and easy, and also felt in the moment. In my job, I support postnatal women who are experiencing depression and anxiety, and some of the things we sort of advise that they try are those things, the things that I've really enjoyed over the last few weeks. One of them is like a gratitude journal, or being in nature, thinking of 3 things that have been pleasant or positive. So to try and really focus on those nice, simple things. So and apparently that the gratitude journal, there is an app called the Gratitude Garden, and I've had a look at that, and I was thinking I might get that for myself. Although I do prefer to write things down, but I know lots of people prefer using an app. So go check the gratitude journal out if you're into that kind of thing. And let me know what you think about the Vlogmas, because I absolutely love watching other people's Vlogmas, so I just thought I'll just give it a go, see if I can do it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. I've definitely had a few new people following me on Instagram, so I don't know how they've come across me via the Instagram stories, but so that's been nice. Let me know. So then I think I will talk to you about the books that I've been reading. I am on my 18th book of the year, but I'll just go back a few. I've recently read this one, The Beekeeper of Aleppo, by Christy, Lefteri. This was absolutely amazing. When I first started to read this, I thought, I don't know if I can read this. I don't know if it's going to be too traumatic and sad. And it tells the story of a family, a refugee family, on their journey from Syria to the UK. Some of the descriptions I think are based on true life things, because the woman that wrote it did some volunteering in a UNICEF refugee centre. But it's so beautifully written, and the details of the horror are not written, it's hinted at, which is really powerful as well, just as powerful as having it written in details. But I would highly recommend this book. It if you feel absolutely heartbroken for these poor people trying to escape war and find a safer home, then it will really hit home. It's just beautifully written, and not in a horribly depressing way. It's written in a really positive way. So I'd highly recommend that. At the end of the book, there's a recommendation by the author, and so I bought that recommendation as well. And it's called The Phonebox at the Edge of the World. And again, this is another based on a true story. And I haven't read this yet, but again, beautiful and really lovely positive feedback about the book. So I'm going to give this to my mum and let her read it first, and I'll read it after. But if it's anything like that book, I think it'll be really good book. Check them out if you fancy. The next book I've read, and I only finished this at the weekend, is One of Us is Next. This is a teen novel. I spoke about the first book, One of Us is Lying, a little while ago, and these are my daughter's books. I love the colours. The first one I absolutely loved, and it reminded me a bit of The Breakfast Club. So any of you teens from the 80s like me will remember that. And this is the sequel, and it's equally as good. I really enjoyed it. I read it very, very quickly. So again, if you've got a teen in your life, or if you like that kind of high school kind of American teen drama, but it's really, it's really good. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's not childish, it's written in a mature way and really interesting about relationships, and it's really good. And some sort of current things that are going on, especially in American schools and stuff. So I really enjoyed that. So I'd highly recommend that. And I've literally last night started this one. This is by Susanna Clarke. Now I'm presuming you pronounce that Piranesi. Now I bought this because Stevie from Stevie by the Sea, she recommended this in one of her stories, and again it has got pages and pages of positive feedback. So I've got no idea really what it is about, which I quite like. I'm 30 pages in and it's again really nice to read, but I'm just trying to work out what's going on. But it is a fantasy. I'm trying to see if I can read something that will make you understand what it's about. Yeah, but it's been chosen as Book of the Year. It's got loads of positive. Yeah, and I think sometimes people don't want to give the game away. Yeah, to say more would be to ruin one of the year's more unusual reading experiences. So, yeah, I'm just really looking forward to having this as my Christmas book. I think one of the recommendations read, yeah, you can finish this in a day. You know, you just don't want to stop reading it. And I love books like that. I love a nice big book, but I also like some nice, you know, fast reading as well. So, yeah, check that out if you're into that. Women's Prize for Fiction 2021, so that's always good. Oh my goodness, I'm speaking for 16 minutes. It's not very long at all, but I really just wanted to come on and say thank you everyone for my second year of podcasting, for all the positive feedback that you give me. It does make me want to carry on doing this. I do love interacting with you and just sharing what I've been working on. Yeah, I know you're enjoying it too. I get such lovely comments. So this is going to be short and sweet, but just Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.